if Arizona can finish off the season at 9-3, there is a possibility that they would gain a Holiday Bowl bid against any number one of teams there. There's a number of bowl connections there with other conferences. It could be a team from the Big Ten or the ACC in the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah, and I know one person's pulling for the Holiday Bowl. I think it's Zach Rosenblatt wants the Holiday Bowl. So that'll be fun.
Yes, definitely. Shireen Ryan from Zona Zealots breaking down the Cats as they take on Oregon, her second favorite team in the Pac-12.
At least.
This,
ASU. They're one above ASU, I guess.
This Saturday night. They have to officially stay there because Arizona State always has to be at the top of the hate list.
That's right.
They just have to be.
That's right. AS who? That's what we call them. AS who?
And it's going to be another late night for you on Saturday night. And me too.
Yeah. Yeah, the team's not liking these late night starts, and they're on the Pac-12 channel. So East Coasters that don't get the Pac-12 channel, and anybody that doesn't get the Pac-12 channel, and people on the East Coast are going to be dying again. The fans just can't watch it, and it's really not beneficial for Tate for this Heisman run, even if he's not, I don't know how much of a chance he has, but who knows what he's going to do in the next two games. But if you can't watch it on the East Coast, then, and you can't use the clips on CBS, then people can't talk about it and show the clips, then it doesn't help the players, in my opinion. So Larry Scott's got to do something here. This just isn't good for Bryce Love. It isn't good for Josh Rosen. It isn't good for any of the players in the Pac-12 if they're always on the Pac-12 channel when they're hot, when they're flaming hot. It's not something's got to be done. That's all I have to say.
All right. If you win more, you get more of those ABC and Fox games and ESPN games earlier in the day.
Right.
That's all I can say.
We have a 2:00 start for the ASU game, 2:30, but it's on Pac-12. It's on the Pac-12 channel.
Yeah, and it's probably a Friday game, right?
No, I think it's a Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Friday game?
You guys have played them a lot on Friday, right?
Maybe. Oh, yeah, because of Thanksgiving weekend. I should know the answer to that, but I don't have it.
You should. I fill in the gaps.
Yes, you do. I don't have the answer to that. I thought it was Saturday, but if it's Friday, it's Friday.
I'm looking at all sorts of possible bowl destinations for Arizona right now. Can you kind of soak in some of these possibilities? Because there's some heavyweight teams that Arizona, this is the double-edged sword to going 9-3. Possibly a Foster Farms Bowl bid against, there's a projection by two different publications, Bleacher Report and Sporting News. Northwestern's going to go to that game for the Big Ten, so Northwestern wouldn't be anything that Arizona couldn't possibly handle. That would be a very good game. If Ohio State slips and Arizona finishes at 9-3, possibility that it could be Ohio State, Arizona in the Holiday Bowl.
Wow.
Michigan could also get a trip to the Holiday Bowl. They're also in the running, as is Penn State. Two different ESPN writers are projecting Michigan and Penn State to go to the Holiday Bowl, and Arizona if they can finish 9-3. That would be a tough game.
They'd put Michigan in there. They'd have to.
And then you get the possibility of an Alamo Bowl against the Big 12. It could be Oklahoma State. It could be TCU or West Virginia or somebody like that in the Alamo Bowl, or the Sun Bowl against an ACC team like Louisville or Virginia.
Well, Louisville has a Heisman.
It could be a dual threat. Duel of sorts.
A duel. It could be a duel. Those are exciting games. You can see what they were playing for now. Like to be on the national stage and play against one of those teams. I mean, I think West Virginia also, Rich Rod has ties there, right? West Virginia?
He sure does. Believe me, he does. Yes.
So if he was to go 9-3, you would think they'd put him up against Michigan or West Virginia. But I don't know. I mean, in basketball, they do that immediately. Like they always put Miller up against his former school or somebody that he's never won against, or, they always do that. So I don't know if they do that in football. But yeah, could you imagine a Michigan and Arizona Holiday Bowl?
Yeah.
Or a West Virginia and Arizona? Wow. Well, yeah, they have. I think it's doable. I think they can beat both teams.
Yep, big time stuff.
They win on the road. It's not like they haven't been winning on the road. USC, I think, was the only team they didn't beat on the road. So, or was it Utah? Anyway.
Okay.
I'm forgetting. It's getting late. I spent the day with Sharif O'Neal as he signed his papers for Arizona basketball.
Yes, Shireen. So tell us about that and where we can find that interview.
So I'm going to publish it and put it in a post in the next day on zonazealots.com, and also going to write for the Lake Show Life as well, since it's Shaquille O'Neal's son. And it was very emotional. His mom was very emotional because I guess Sharif is the first kid who's going to actually move states to go to college. He is red, white, and blue Arizona through and through, and he can't wait to go. And he's going to be a leader at Crossroads High School this season. We'll cover him all season along with the other recruit, Brandon Williams. We'll go out to Crespi and watch and catch some of his games as well. These guys are top-rated recruits, and we'll see what happens to Miller's class. He has 2. He used to have Javon Quinterly, but then with the whole FBI probe, Javon decommitted. And says on his Snapchat he can't wait for the truth to come out. So who knows what's going to happen in basketball? But anyway, thanks for letting me plug that. It was very fun, and there's some live video on Twitter right now if you want to. I took some live video, so you can go see it right now.
Meanwhile, it's Arizona football with 2 games left to play. Can't get ahead of themselves, trying to get to that 9-win mark. 7-3 right now. Date at Oregon, then, of course, the Territorial Cup against Arizona State. And then who knows for bowl season, depending on where the record lands, maybe a Big Ten team in the Foster Farms Bowl or the Holiday Bowl, the Alamo Bowl against the Big 12, or the Sun Bowl against the ACC. Shireen Ryan joining us from Zona Zealots to talk Arizona football. Shireen, we appreciate it. You have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bear down. Go Cats. Let's beat these Ducks, and then we're going to win our 3rd straight Territorial Cup.